Hey, it's Steve from the new Steve Henry Show, and look at this. We're literally sitting at ground zero on Saturday, October 1st. We are the very first human activity out here. It is barely daybreak, and you can see these are the weather balloons, or the balloons that let everybody know, hey, it's okay, we can go. And there's about 500 balloons beyond us here in the grass. Tight security around here, obviously, because we are the first ones here. But this is the 50th annual Balloon Fiesta, began in 1972, and you can't believe this. This is very cool. They send these 8 balloons up just to make sure that the weather and the conditions are perfect for launch. Obviously, there's a scientific amount of ability that provides here for these guys, but these guys are the ones. These guys are the people that make it happen. Check it out. There he goes. These are what they call the Rainbow Riders. These are the test pilots, if you will. These are the professionals that let everybody know, hey, things are good. The wind is just blowing looks like about 4 miles an hour from the north to the south. And these are blowing south towards me here. There's nothing else like it because you're with the wind, the conditions of Mother Earth, and nothing else. You've got a little flame, which I'll show you how that works when we go back live in the studio here. I've got a simulation of one that I made out of food, a carving food. It's going to be incredible when you see it. Stay tuned for that. I'm looking at the screen. My God, everyone is here. I love you, people. Hatter, all you guys. Did you see the video? Was that not cool? Other than maybe a chipmunk, a couple squirrels, a cat, and a dog, we were literally the only ones out there. That is what we call ground zero. That's where all the action takes place. That gate right there, probably it's over with by now, but about 2 hours after we left, that thing sprung open and thousands of people. It is the most photographed event in the world. Did you know that Kodak once had it? They were the sponsors back quite a few years, but of course the Kodak camera went wayside thanks to the iPhone. But it is an amazing event. Albuquerque, New Mexico, that's right here live, October 1st. It's a 9-day event, so if you're traveling on I-25 morning or night, they go up in the morning and they go up at night, weather conditions permitting, and that's why Albuquerque, of all places, God-forsaken places. Yes, the weather vane and the weather combination here is amazing. Between the mountains and the thermals, these balloons literally have the perfect, there's not even close to anywhere else, the perfect launch site. It's about a 10-mile radius, they say, according to the weather vanes, and that's what you saw out there. Those were the 8 balloons that usually go up. There's usually about 8 that go up and test the weather conditions prior to launch. They're the ones that give the thumbs up. And they, of course, went up today. A beautiful day for balloons. Remarkable. If you've never done a hot air balloon, you got to do it. It's one of those things you do once in your life, and you call it, put the little check box there. Yeah, I did that. So it's really, really cool. Here, Albuquerque, and we are home to that event. It's been here since 1972. This is the 50th, count it, 50th. I see you, Ronaldo. You're funny. We had a little chit chat in the waiting room there too. But anyways, it is an amazing event, and it's 50 years old. Incredible. Started with 13 balloons. That was it. The biggest and only enemy really to the balloon itself is the pilot, which could be, and they do have to have a license, by the way. There's 3 licenses they give. They give the junior one, or the student one, they give the adult one, and they give the commercial one, where you could actually take passengers up and charge a fee. So there's 3 different licenses available for this endeavor, and so it is regulated somewhat by, I believe it's the FAA probably, has that regulation or that umbrella. Today, on today's show, look at all this. Is this not cool? We spent some time, I'll admit, some time on this. This came together just up until about 4 o'clock, just mountain time here before we launched. We've got our own weather vane. The M&Ms have given us the green light to go ahead. We are going to produce a show for you today. It is a cooking show. We give away a lot of money. We also give away some great ideas. We take a normal item, a normal entree item, a food item of some sort. Today, it's throw a shrimp on the Barbie. You remember that? The Australian Tourism Board back in '81 took Paul Hogan aside and said, "Hey, good day, mate." And he said, "You know what? We're going to we're gonna employ you. We want you to just say, I'll throw another shrimp on the Barbie for you when he left the commercial. And that's how it all started. We got Barbie down here. She even came by today. We literally have Barbie and the shrimp. She's part of the process. There's a movie. Yes, they made a movie in 1990, I believe it was, called Shrimp on the Barbie. It was a comedy, but Cheech and Chong, one of the Cheech and Chong characters played in that one. So the phrase, throw another shrimp on the Barbie, is a very popular one. Now, that's what we're going to do today. We are literally going to throw another shrimp on the Barbie for you, loved ones, because it is your show. Now, what we do here, we take the shrimp brochette, or a shrimp, we're going to marinate it in my favorite secret sauce. And that's basically what we're going to cook today. We're going to cook the marinade. After it's done, we're going to thicken it up, and then we're going to dress it up. But you also know one thing about the show. If you're new to the show, you don't. But if you've been to the show, with the show quite a while, you know it's about presentation. We're going to prepare an item, and like I said, it's a very simple, very normal brochette of shrimp, but you can see the marinade glazing on that. It's absolutely remarkable. We are going to take that ordinary item, we're going to prepare it ordinarily, sort of, and then we're going to present it in a wow effect. I'm literally going to take a balloon, literally a balloon. I'm going to torch it just like they would in the movies and bring that bad boy up, and we're going to present the food entree in this balloon when it's all over. That is amazing. Now, when you do this for your guests, and that's the whole idea, the whole objective of this show is to take home a little money. Times are tough right now. They're going to get a lot tougher, but I'm here to help. And YouTube is coming along, and I say this every week, and I know, yada, yada. The new SteveHenryShow.com. If you want to participate in the giveaways, we used to give away a Jeep. We gave away about 9 of those. The big thing right now is before Christmas, we have a spinner going. And this spinner right here, this bad boy right here, I got it tuned up for us, by the way. Last week it was a little flopsy-wopsy. But I got it tuned up. We are literally going to be giving away a car. We are in the car business for a while. I hope not much longer. Hello, hint, hint, hint. And so when we get rid of the car business, maybe the cars go away. But for now, we're still in the car business. We're going to give away a car. I'm not sure what kind of car it is yet. I'll put a picture up of one probably in the next couple, 3 weeks. Prior to Christmas, all this is going to unfold. So you want to get all your stuff in, get everybody together, and get as many names in as possible, because we're going to spin for a car. We're also going to spin for lunch with Steve. That's me, Steve. Now, it's not a normal, ordinary lunch. We're not going to go to KFC and do cheers on drumsticks. Nothing like that at all. I promise you, we'll take a place. I'll fly out to where you are. We'll land. I'll take my executive producer with me. We'll make a movie out of it, a little production out of it. But we bring some extras along with us. It's quite fun. It's not your normal lunch, you understand. So those two things hold in the ballast for the Christmas giveaway. And there's probably going to be more than just one lunch with Steve. I might give 2 or 3 of those away. I can only give 1 car away. We're not making any money yet, but when we do, one day, and that's the other beautiful thing about this YouTube thing, when we do start making money, it's all going to go back to you. It's your show. And so we might give away 5 or 6 cars one day. It all depends. It depends on you. It depends on YouTube. I think that's how fate would have it. All right, it is a cooking show. The marinade, Steve. Get on with the marinade. First of all, let me just go over this one more time. We have a shark. Now, this basically, we have one body of water here, or I should say we had one body of water here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, or New Mexico itself, called the Rio Grande. The Rio Grande used to be quite an body of water. It's not much now, other than a walk across a little pond in some places. It is really sad. We are very, very drought-stricken here in many ways, and the Rio Grande reflects that. So you will not see a shark as you see here in the Rio Grande. I believe the only thing came close was a silvery minnow when I first moved here 25 years ago. It was an endangered species. So, but this is just to show you some fun, because it is a little danger. Yes, there is some danger to the hot air balloons in the Albuquerque area. There's a lot of power lines. I don't recall. I should have looked it up. My bad. When the last fatality was, but unfortunately, yes, there are some. Every once in a while, a power line gets in the way of a balloon, or vice versa, and we have a problem. You'll never see this shark-infested waters in the Rio Grande. Lord have mercy, no lobster. But I want to give you an effect of these are people, literally people, having a great time, and all of a sudden the balloon takes down. Where's the fuel? Get the gas going, pilot. There's no gas. It's going to fall, and it's going to hit into the Rio Grande and waits a shark-infested waters. And you can already see he's already engulfed one basket, and there's people hanging on. We're going to need a toothpick because there's some people in between the teeth there. That's honeydew melon. That's a watermelon, of course, and the eyes. You can do this at home. I want this to be a spread for you. When you bring people into your home, let's say you invite them out for the balloon fiesta, and they come into town, they stay at your house, set up up a little gig, have a luncheon for these fine friends or family of yours. And that's what we want to do. The show's takeaway is all about that. It's, wow, I can't believe you did this. And how did you do this? Well, I watched the new Steve Henry show. I have been blessed. I don't know how, why, but I have been gifted. I come up with these creations, and each week you put the pressure on me. By Monday, like I said, I want to quit. I call George, or I text him, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I can't come up with another one. I can't beat last week. That's basically what it boils down to. But as you can see, here I am back with a combination. I forgot all about the balloons and the balloon fiesta. So on Monday night, I think I'm driving home from work, and I'm thinking, oh my God, they got balloons up already. It's a balloon fiesta. Oh my God, how can I put that with food? Well, shrimp on the Barbie is kind of tough, but you'll see how it all unfolds here in just a moment. All right, so without further ado, I just want to bring attention to how cool this set is. Now, we made a hot air balloon out of a watermelon and a pineapple basket. I think that's very cool. It's got a cavity. We hollowed out that basket of pineapple, and we put a little puddle of the marinade, and we put some rice in there, and we're going to dress that with the shrimp that come right off the Barbie, and we're going to literally make a hot air balloon out of the shrimp. We can put some eyeballs on them shrimp and make it look like people, and hoist that bad boy up. Woo, baby, with some fire underneath it, and you can have yourself an amazing presentation. And your people from Virginia or New Hampshire or have never seen a hot air balloon or been around one can say, wow. So you take them up in one. That's cool. $60 a ride, I understand from the riders out there, $60 to $70 plus a tip and all that good stuff. But bottom line, it's a little experience. They go up for about 15 minutes, and it's kind of cool. And then bring them home and have lunch and have shrimp on the Barbie, or have beef on the Barbie, or have lamb on the Barbie. I don't care what you have, but bottom line is you can make something like this. So how do you do it? Well, we got the marinade. The marinade is nothing more, and the recipes are coming for this. You're going to see everything outlined perfectly with the recipes when they do come. Now, this is just nothing more than soy sauce, brown sugar, water, sesame oil, and ginger paste. That's all it is. No green onions in this time. Sorry, a little roasted garlic paste as well. That's all put into a marinade. I made it into this pot here and took the shrimp out. So the shrimp marinate in the marinade for about 4 to 5 hours. They come out slightly browned, kind of like a tanning booth, if you will. They are glazed somewhat. Now, these are already cooked. This was one that was already pre-cooked, but we are going to literally plug this in and rotisserie the shrimp. Now, what do we do them on? Well, we do them on a pineapple. What? Yeah. We take a pineapple and we skin it, okay? Basically skin it. We marinate the pineapple in rum and this beautiful concoction here, which is nothing more than soy sauce, brown sugar, and honey. Okay, that's what this is. And when that is done, that sits there without the shrimp on it. This is just the pineapple now. Rotisserie. Rotisserie, is that a word? Is that a word? Thank you. God, he is so lame sometimes. It is a word. So it rotisserates for about 2 hours and caramelizes the pineapple. So once you got a caramelized pineapple, and trust me, when you slice a little sliver of slice off that pineapple, and you got a little rum, and you got a little brown sugar and soy, and oh my, and ginger, my God, that's the best tasting pineapple you can put your lips to. But it's not done yet. We're not finished. We're going to put some shrimp on the Barbie on that bad boy. So we're going to tie some shrimp on there. Watch this, how this works. I'm just going to go ahead and put this on there right now. I want you to see the effect. This is now with the shrimp on the pineapple. Okay, now the pineapple has been caramelized. About 2 hours, the pineapple spent on this concoction going around and around and around and around. And see, what I do here is I just base this as it goes around, and that is just, again, the sesame, the soy sauce, the brown sugar, and the honey. And it is just amazing, absolutely amazing. I'm just gonna bring that up to a speed where I can get, oh, it's just gorgeous. Let's just keep marinating that just a tad here. You can see how that pineapple just saturates with the marinade and just makes something else. We're gonna have a little smoke here. That's okay, we'll unplug that. What that is that's the honey and the water getting into the burners there. But that is the effect. Now, can you imagine, loved ones, what this shrimp tastes like after it's been marinated? We put it on the grill. Here's the Weber, by the way, Mr. Weber. We take the raw shrimp from the marinade onto the Weber, flip them on each side, put them back onto the marinade, and they're ready to go like this. And then they were tied, literally, they're about 95% of the way cooked when they hit the pineapple. Okay, so they're not all the way cooked. You don't want to overcook them because you'll have a rubbery substance. We don't want that. We'll leave them about 95% of the way cooked, then we'll tie them with string onto the pineapple, and they will rotisserate. It's a word! Rotisserate for about 15 minutes, and they caramelize a little bit. They suck up that flavor. Now, we're going to go ahead and show you how we tighten this marinade. So we take the marinade, and then again, I told you that's just that soy, the ginger paste, the garlic paste, the sesame oil, and the brown sugar. We're going to bring that to a boil, and when that comes to a boil, we're going to thicken it. What do we thicken it with? Well, we thicken it with cornstarch, just a little bit of cornstarch, and we'll bring it to a perfect consistency. Now the rice, that is a good steamed white rice. You can make that, or you can buy it. You can buy great steamed white rice right now. That has literally been put into the cavity of the pineapple, and you can see right there, oh, just perfectly. So right here we have about a 6-ounce portion of white rice stuffed into the cavity of your, yeah, no, it's not a pineapple now. It's gone. The pineapple is gone. It is literally a hot air balloon basket. Doesn't that resemble a hot air balloon basket? I think that's pretty cool. The pulley is hidden, but I put a pulley up above. The line, you can probably see it's 15-pound test line. But again, this is the setup I want to show you, that if you did this for your friends or your family from, like I said, from Michigan or from wherever that's never seen the hot air balloon experience, they're going to go, wow. You can even put sandwiches out, but I like the rotisserie effect. Okay, it doesn't take long for this to boil. This is a 30-minute cooking show, by the way. Everything has to be done in 30 minutes. We have lots to give away, too. Stick around. I look at the numbers. Oh, my God. We are going to get... You guys, I love you guys. If I have not told you often enough, I love you. We've got the usual cast of characters. We've got a bunch of new people, too, I see. And I love new people. That's always nice to see new people. Okay, so we are just about ready to bring this to a thickening portion here. We want to make sure it comes to a boil. And that cornstarch has to be introduced to a boiling mixture, which it is now doing so. And so we're going to slowly add that cornstarch. You want to do it slow because cornstarch thickens rapidly. It's one of the fastest thickeners or thickening agents that you have. And the hotter it gets, the faster it seems to thicken. And so you want to be kind of careful. This is on full speed. By the way, this is not a normal burner where you can adjust it to like, hey, it's on number 2. Number 2, no, not with a Coleman stove. Coleman stove is all by eye. And again, this comes up to a boil here. I'm going to tighten that just a little bit more. And it has to cool down because I'll show you why. We're going to put this into the balloon ensemble when the time comes. Oh, my goodness gracious, that's beautiful. Now, does it change the color? Does it change the flavor a little bit when you do this? A little bit. As you know, cornstarch can be a little pasty. But the marinade itself is actually pretty pungent. You don't want to drink it, but you know, dipping, that's a good thing. That's what we're going to do too. You see your lemons carved out there. What we're going to do with the lemons, this should be cooled down just a little bit more, but what we're going to do with the lemons suffice as a holding pattern for your beautiful shrimp when your basket comes down. That's what that's going to be for. That's going to be kind of neat. We're going to leave this right here. That's going to cool down just a tad here. All right, so let's focus our attention on this balloon now. This is a beautiful balloon. Let's hypothetically say, and we'll go ahead and cut the string here, and we will go ahead and remove for you so you can literally see. I'll just let that one drop. Literally see how this works. Okay, so that one drops. That's supposed to do that. We're going to take this over to the board. We're going to splice this off. We'll just pull this apart, assuming this is all cooked and beautiful. We're going to, let's go ahead and we'll just leave it whole. So we'll put a shrimp here. We'll balance this out. We'll put a shrimp here. This is how we're going to decorate it. And again, you could put probably up to 5 or 6. You want to get a good serving here. But so we'll do 3 for now. All right, so basically what you've got here, look at that. That's a beautiful presentation, but we're not done. We're not done. We're going to take this beautiful glaze that we made from the marinade. You don't want anything to go to waste here. And you're going to just literally slip in between your 2 eyeballs there, and you would put, oh my God, your little sauce here. And let's drape each shrimp with a little bit here as well. So they get just a little bit of drapage there as they go to be pulled off and placed into your mouth. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so now this is what you've got. You've got your hot air balloon. How does this thing lift up? How does this thing get up in the air? Well, that again is to be seen. We are literally going to make sure that we have fire. And when you have fire, what happens is you go from underneath and the pilot goes, okay, lift her up. And so when you hear that sound, I'll just bring it over here so you can kind of see it. That comes from the cavity inside the cab compartment there. The captain says, okay, lift her up. And hypothetically, again, just bear with me here. And away we go. We are going to lift this bad boy up. And there you have it, loved ones. There you have it. There you have it. There is your beautiful presentation. That is how a hot air balloon is supposed to go up. Again, if you've got 2 hands handy and you wanted to really do this right, and I'm going to do this for you because I believe in getting it right. See, you just lift that up and ooh. Don't catch it on fire though. But there's your gas. That elevates the the balloon to the point where, and that's all they have. That's all they do is literally bring that up with the gas. And it's a propane tank, no bigger than what you would have in your trailer. But of course, it's a much bigger discharge. But that is kind of cool. So again, on a pulley, up you go. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. That is your presentation. You can get kind of funny too. I like to put a couple little eyeballs on there, and it looks like little people. Not the devastating part that these poor people undertook, as you can see. You don't want to go there. This will not crash into the Rio Grande. This is 100% edible, and I just like to play with that a little bit. I think that is just so cool. Again, you could actually set this up. I was thinking about how to do that with your flame underneath here taped to your board, so you could have the sound effect and you could have the actual visual as well. You can have that running full blast. It doesn't have to be something that just goes away. You can just literally put that something like that, and then you can give them your lift up. Oh, we're going up, we're going up, we're going up. That is as close to the authentic one as you can see. And if you're lucky enough to live here in Albuquerque, you know what I'm talking about. All right, it is that time. If you participated, and I'm looking at the board here. Anyways, that is your shrimp. Throw another shrimp on the Barbie. I bet you we got Paul Hogan beat on this one here. This is our hometown, Albuquerque, New Mexico, with the hot air balloon experience with the shrimp on the Barbie. Now, it has come to my attention that the people that have participated in the show today are ready for a spin. Now, what is that about? Well, each week, right now, as I said earlier in the show, oh, thank you, Shanna. Shanna is bringing the spinner, super duper. Thank you so much. This is now, if you participated in the show today, your name went in here. Now I'm going to go, and my MO here is to reach in there and just grab a handful of names out. And as I handful them out and pull them out, handful them is a word. You know, I'm getting really tired of this guy. Do we have a name for this jackal? This dirty jackal just sits there and laughs. I can hear him laughing. You know, we need more sound effects like this guy. But anyways, whoa, don't knock that over. Okay, so we have, isn't that cool? I just think that is so cool. The pulley and the gas. Yes, sir. Bobtail cat. All right, it's time for a spinner. And the spin, again, goes like this. If you participated in the show, like, wow, look at how many people are here today. That is so cool. And you are the mainstays. By the way, when you see Wednesday's video, this is what, Saturday, when you see 5,000 views on that Wednesday video, where do those come from? There's a large segment of the population on YouTube that do not want to participate like you do in the events of giveaways and, hey, my name is so-and-so, and revealing their name. They prefer to be incognito, and that's fine. They like to watch the video and they learn the lesson. They love the video. I get the comments from them on a separate platform, but you're wondering why, how does he get 5,000 views and there's 100 people that show up every week live? Well, those are the people that just want to be here live. That's you. That's your show. That's why it's your show. I keep telling you that. It's not their show. It's your show. They like to watch and they share the recipes and all that, the Pinterest thing and all those people. I got a lot of elderly people that love this. They sit there at some of these homes and just have a love Saturday 4 o'clock Mountain Time. So without further ado, if you participate in the show, your name is in the spin, and you know what that means. I'm going to spin. We're going to spin. And when we spin, baby, as I said, I gave this thing a tune-up this week. Oh, it's looking good. We have a car at stake. We have lunch with Steve at stake. And we have some cash at stake today. And that's about it. It's very simple. Lunch with Steve, a car, and some cash. It doesn't get any better than that. So I am going to, without further ado, I'm going to spin. And God, just check out that balloon. Is that not cool? Those balloons, I think, are the biggest bomb I've ever seen in my life. I really love those things. All right, so as I'm spinning, I'm going to reach in here and just kind of pull. I just pull a bunch of names. I don't know how many, maybe 6, 5, I don't know how many. It's a random thing, loved ones. It's a random thing. But the main thing is your name in my hand? That's, ooh, look at all these. Look at all these. Look at all these. Well, a couple of these people I recognize right away. First person up to grabs on the spin board for today, Saturday, October 1st. It's the first day of Balloon Fiesta, and we are firmly ensconced in that pattern. Felix Padilla, loved ones. Felix Padilla, you are the first one. Felix lives here locally. He's a good guy. Let's see what Felix is going to win today. We're going to spin that around a couple times there. What's Felix going to win? $150 right off the bat. That's the maximum. Yay! All right, the next one is Super Dud. Hey, that's pretty cool. Super Dud, I haven't seen your name mentioned for a while. You're always in the comment section, and here again today. I love you. Thank you for showing up. You're a great guy. You're, like I said, those of you that are here every week and comment and participate. You're the show. You're the reason I get up and do this. Super Dud, what is in store for you, Super Dud? Here we go, Super Dud, ladies and gentlemen, and round and round she goes. Uh-oh, it's going to stop at Lunch with Steve. That's awesome. We have got, I don't have the list here, I think 5 people now. You're the 5th one that has got a date with Steve. Now, that's a spin. How this works is you're going to go into this spin. We're going to have 10, 12, 15 people in each of these spins, one for a car, one. Lunch with Steve might be a few more, because I'm going to do this 2 or 3 times. But I'm going to fly to where you're at, Super Dad, and you and I are going to have lunch and some surprises and have a good time. We block about 3 hours of that day a couple weeks later. We want to do this prior to Christmas if we can. All right, the next one up, Leslie Torres. Wow, Leslie V. Torres. You're a sweetheart, too. You are Yenny's sister-in-law, if I'm not mistaken. You were in Disneyland last week. Hey, Leslie, that's very cool. You are, too, a commenter and a participant. You're here today. Yes, you are. You obviously are. You have been here for quite a while, introduced to us by your sister-in-law, Yenny. Your mother, by the way, won last week a spin lunch with me. I'd love to have lunch with your mother, or your mother-in-law, I guess is how that works. All right, without further ado, here's Leslie's prize. And that's going to be $50. All right, well, $50 is okay, Leslie. I'll send you out a check for $50 next week. Next up, oh, I love you. Man, this guy's cool. This guy has 2 boxers, and Molly and Maggie. These are squirrel chasers. These guys are funny dogs. You know, they look mean and ugly. They've got that snarl look, right? And they drool quite a bit. But they are the most kindest, loving dogs. For the size they are and the way they look, you would think otherwise. But, man, they are amazing dogs. And I know, Randy, just came upon something tragic in your life here recently, too. And boy, it just saddens my heart. But I'm glad you're with us every week. You're a participant. Randy, what's in store for you? Let's find out. Maybe we could have lunch. I don't think we've ever had lunch, Randy. Wouldn't that be kind of cool? We've never had lunch. You're going to win, Randy! $150, baby. That's the grand prize. Poobah there. Good job. We're giving away a lot of those 100. Oh my God, this girl here. Now this girl here lives, her life is like this airplane here. Well, probably, no, it's like this hot air balloon. It's up and down. Chronically Kelly, I love your story every week, girl. Every Saturday you pose a story. Matter of fact, you ever thought about writing a book? Okay, Chronically Kelly, here you go, Kel. What's in store for you, girl? This is gonna be the spin for Chronically Kelly. What have you won? You have won Lunch with Steve spin. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, I'd love to have lunch with you. You can tell me all about your stories and so on. That dark cloud that comes around, no, we're going to get rid of that dark cloud for about 3 hours that one day. I hope you win. Congratulations. Boy, thank you. Look at everybody here. Gosh, you guys are just hanging on to the very end because we got one more. Oh, very cool. This is a local homegrown from Tucumcari, New Mexico. By the way, I think we lost Marcia Costa. I'm not sure why, if anybody knows, but this is not Marcia Costa. This is Word Builder. Goes by Christian. He's a pastor there in Tucumcari, New Mexico. Brought to us by the Hatters, Josh and Lori. Thank you for bringing Christian in. Christian's a great guy. Christian, you're here every week and you comment, you participate. You do what a owner of a YouTube channel does. You participate. And so let me participate back to you, sir. Here we go. We're going to spin. This is for Christian, also known as Word Builder. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, he's going to be in a, oh, God, you just missed the car. And the $100. Let's got to do it again. That's that empty space. Every once in a while we hit that. All right, here we go again. Come on, Christian. What do you say? Man, dead space again. Lunch with Steve, $50. We have 3 dead spaces in this hole. I should probably do something with that, but it kills a little time. Here we go, one more time. This is it. Christian, this is yours. This is yours. Stop. Okay, that is definitely Lunch with Steve. Lunch with Steve, you're in that, see that tab there? That is Lunch with Steve. You and I'd love to go to Tucumcari and have lunch with you, sir. Congratulations to all the winners today, and boy, take a look at this. We just have shark-infested Rio Grande waters. We've got the M&Ms circling. They've got the fire hydrant in the hand there. They have got everything ready for you. You are in safe hands. We've got look at that. I think that is so cool. You got the shrimp, the rice, and you can continue, you can continue to put as much of that sauce as you'd like on there. I just like a lot of sauce. We can just continue to put more sauce on there. Oh, my Lord. And do you have any idea how that's going to taste, loved ones? When you put that to your lips and you serve that out, that is a homemade hot air balloon. And there it goes again, one more time. Oh, I just love that. Yeah, it's on a pulley. It's on a 15-pound test string. The pineapple, again, marinate that in your rum, your brown sugar, and your soy, and keep that well sprayed. Get that caramelized on the rotisserie, baby! That's right, for about 2 hours, and it's a beautiful thing. I love you. Next week, we're going into that pumpkin season. I said that last week, but yeah, we got pumpkins coming up. Zoo here. They're already starting to sprout here on the floor. We have got JB, we got Moses, we got it all. all next week. You don't want to miss it. Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. It is the new SteveHenryShow.com. You've got to register if you want to have some fun. See you next week on the show. Thanks for coming in. Love you.